Shooter is a 2007 American action thriller film directed by Antoine Fuqua and written by Jonathan Lemkin, based on the 1993 novel Point of Impact by Stephen Hunter. The film also stars Michael Pena, Danny Glover, Kate Mara, Levon Helm, and Ned Beatty. It was produced by Lorenzo di Bonaventura through Di Bonaventura Pictures, and released by Paramount Pictures in the United States on March 23, 2007. It grossed $95.7 million on a $61 million budget. The movie is based on the novel, Point of Impact. Michael Pena as Nick Memphis, Danny Glover as Colonel Isaac Johnson, Kate Mara as Sarah Fenn, Elias Koteas as Jack Payne, Rona Mitra as Lourdes Galindo, Raid Sherbagia as Mikhailos Serbiak/Michael Sandor, Levon Helm as Mr. Rate, Ned Beatty as Senator Charles F. Meacham, Tate Donovan as Russ Turner, Louis Ferreira as Howard Purnell, credited as Justin Lewis. The movie begins with an intense and high-profile sniper mission in Ethiopia, where Swagger's spotter is killed and he himself is injured. Disillusioned by the incident and the corrupt orders he received, Swagger retires to a secluded cabin in the mountains. Several years later, Colonel Isaac Johnson, a former commanding officer and old friend of Swagger, visits him and asks for his help in preventing an assassination attempt on the president. Swagger initially refuses but changes his mind when he learns that the intended shooter will frame him for the crime. Swagger travels to Washington, D.C., where he meets FBI Special Agent Nick Memphis, who is investigating the assassination plot. Together, they start unraveling a conspiracy involving government officials, military contractors, and private security firms. It becomes apparent that Swagger is being set up as a scapegoat to cover up the real masterminds behind the assassination. As Swagger and Memphis dig deeper, they uncover evidence that leads them to a private military contractor called Blackwater Tactical, led by a ruthless executive named Jack Payne. Swagger realizes that the whole operation is an elaborate setup to divert attention from an illegal African diamond mining operation involving the United States government. With his sharpshooting skills and tactical expertise, Swagger outmaneuvers the corrupt officials and mercenaries sent to kill him. He exposes the conspiracy to the public and manages to save the president's life during a speech at an Independence Day celebration. In the end, Swagger and Memphis bring the truth to light, but not without sacrifice. Many of Swagger's allies are killed, and he is forced to go underground to protect himself and his loved ones. The film concludes with Swagger continuing to fight for justice, using his skills to expose corruption wherever he finds it. Shooter is a thrilling and action-packed story that combines elements of conspiracy, revenge, and political intrigue. It explores themes of loyalty, betrayal, and the abuse of power, all while showcasing the exceptional abilities of its protagonist, Bob Lee Swagger. Critical response: on Rotten Tomatoes, the film holds an approval rating of 47% based on 147 reviews and an average rating of May 6, 10. The site's critics' consensus reads, with an implausible story and numerous plot holes. Shooter fails to distinguish itself from other mindless action thrillers. Metacritic assigns the film a weighted average score of 53 out of 100, based on 33 critics, indicating mixed or average reviews. Manohla Dargis of the New York Times called the film a thoroughly reprehensible, satisfyingly violent entertainment about men and guns and things that go boom. Dargis described director Fuqua's technique as overshot and over-edited, but said he has a knack for chaos and the result is pretty enjoyable. Framed for the assassination, Swagger becomes the primary suspect and is relentlessly pursued by law enforcement agencies, including the FBI. Determined to clear his name and find out who betrayed him, Swagger goes on the run, employing his tactical expertise and survival skills to evade capture. During his pursuit of the truth, Swagger crosses paths with rookie FBI agent Nick Memphis, who begins to question the official narrative surrounding the assassination. Memphis becomes convinced of Swagger's innocence and offers his assistance in uncovering the conspiracy. Together, Swagger and Memphis delve into the dark underbelly of government secrets and corruption. They discover that the assassination was merely a cover-up for a more sinister plot involving powerful figures within the government and military-industrial complex. The duo races against time to gather evidence and expose the truth before they are silenced permanently. As Swagger and Memphis navigate a treacherous web of deceit, they encounter dangerous adversaries at every turn. A private military organization, led by a ruthless mercenary named Jack Payne, is deployed to eliminate Swagger and anyone who stands in their way. With his lethal skills put to the ultimate test, Swagger engages in intense cat-and-mouse battles, employing his sniper precision and tactical prowess to outsmart his enemies. The action escalates, leading to explosive confrontations and jaw-dropping set pieces that keep the audience on the edge of their seats. In a final climactic showdown, Swagger confronts those responsible for the conspiracy, determined to bring them to justice and clear his name once and for all. With lives hanging in the balance and the truth hanging by a thread, Swagger must make a desperate stand to expose the corruption and ensure that justice prevails. Shooter combines adrenaline-fueled action with a gripping conspiracy narrative, exploring themes of betrayal, loyalty, and the lengths one will go to protect the truth. As Swagger fights against all odds, the movie takes viewers on a thrilling roller coaster ride of suspense and redemption, culminating in a satisfying and explosive conclusion.